Do you consider yourself a people pleaser? Have you ever said yes to something when you really needed to say no? Do you find yourself feeling depleted, taken advantage of, or resentful? If you answered yes to any of these, or to all of them, chances are good you'd benefit from building up your personal boundaries. Did you know that healthy personal boundaries are essential for mental health and wellness? Simply put, boundaries are limits we set for ourselves that define what we're willing to do, accept, or tolerate. And they protect us and our relationships from unnecessary strain and depletion. Boundaries are actually one of the kindest things we can do for ourselves and for our relationships because they breed self-respect and self-esteem, and they eliminate the need for mind reading. The problem can be when our boundaries are too rigid or too passive. We either find ourselves keeping everyone out or letting everyone in. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. I read recently that boundaries are not walls. Walls keep everyone out. Boundaries show them where the door is. One of the questions I'm often asked is how? How do I put healthy boundaries in place? This is such a big conversation, but if I can narrow it down to a 3-part answer, it's this. Number 1, remember that a yes is also a no. Your yes to this thing over here is simultaneously your no to this thing over here. So making sure our yeses are well placed is really important. And this is really about self-reflection, knowing your own values. When we know ourselves and our values, our boundaries will be becoming much easier for us. Number 2, create a boundary statement that feels right to you. Only you know the areas you feel pulled and depleted. Using your own voice and your unique way of saying things, come up with a boundary statement that fits for you. And number 3, practice and then roll it out. Okay, I get it. Creating and enforcing boundaries can be scary, especially if the people pleaser in you is freaking out at the thought of it. Practice in the mirror and then practice with friends. It might help you to let your closest people know you're working on improving your boundaries and ask them for support and to hold you accountable. By the way, not everyone is going to be thrilled with your new boundaries, but that doesn't mean they're a bad idea. In fact, boundaries are actually God's idea. He set the stars. He told the oceans where to stop. He built a very serious boundary into the Garden of Eden. And throughout history, we see him creating and enforcing boundaries with his people. And if boundaries are God's idea, then they're a very good idea. No question, boundaries take courage, but with some practice, I think you'll find that not only have your relationships deepened, but your self-esteem has been boosted and your mental health has been improved. And that people-pleasing thing isn't going to be wearing you down anymore.